Imagine this. Somewhere out there, another version of you exists. Same face, same childhood, same memories, up to a point. But one small choice you did not make sent their life spinning in a different direction. And here is the part that should make you pause. Sometimes, it feels like you can sense them. You have had those moments. Haven't you? A dream so vivid it clings to you all day, like a memory stolen from a life you never lived. A sudden gut feeling steering you toward one decision over another, like someone unseen whispered directions only you could hear. Science says your life is one line, one set of choices, one reality. But what if the truth is stranger? What if there are countless versions of you, each living out paths you can barely imagine, and some of them are trying to reach across to send you a message? We grow up believing destiny is fixed. One timeline, one story, one you. Yet life gives you cracks in that certainty. A déjà vu so sharp use where you have stood in that place before. A stranger's face that feels achingly familiar. An emotion that hits out of nowhere, like grief or love from a memory that was never yours. These moments do not fit the script you were taught to believe. They hint at something bigger, stranger, and far less certain. Here is the contrast that keeps you awake at night. You are told your choices define you. Yet what if every other version of you has already made those choices too? What if you are not as singular as you think? And if another you exists, someone walking the road you did not take, why do you sometimes feel them pressing against the walls of your world? What are they trying to say? And what would you do if you finally understood the message? Some people dismiss these moments as imagination, but deep down you know they feel different. They do not behave like random thoughts. They pull at you, a dream that feels like a stolen memory, a thought that does not seem like your own. A decision you almost make, then change at the last second, only to feel a rush of calm like you were saved from a mistake you never saw coming. These experiences do not pass like normal thoughts. They linger, they sit on your mind for hours, even days, as if some part of you knows they matter. Thousands of people describe the same thing. A sudden chill when you enter a place you have never visited, yet every corner feels like home. Meeting someone for the first time and feeling a bond older than time itself, a pull like you have shared stories you cannot remember. Hearing a phrase, a song, even smelling a faint scent in the air, and a wave of emotion hits so hard it steals your breath. Grief, joy, longing, but for what, you cannot say. It is as if a memory from another life slipped through a crack and landed in your chest, demanding to be felt. Science tries to give answers. The logical mind says coincidence. The skeptic says your imagination is filling in blanks. But there is another possibility, one that refuses to be silenced once it enters your mind. If infinite versions of you exist, separated by thin walls of probability, maybe those walls are not perfect. Maybe sometimes they bend, leak, or even tear for a brief moment, allowing something from another life to bleed into yours. And when that happens, another you might get close enough to touch your world. Close enough to slip you a fragment of their memory in a dream, to send a warning as a sudden gut feeling, to push you toward a choice you never knew mattered until later. These signals might feel small, easy to ignore, but what if they are not just strange accidents? What if they are lifelines thrown across realities? Moments where another version of you is desperately trying to steer you away from regret or toward a life you were meant to live. If that is true, it changes everything. It means you are not alone in your story, and your choices ripple beyond just this life. Another you might be reaching out right now, trying to help, trying to warn, trying to remind you of something you once knew but lost. The question that lingers, the one that keeps you awake at night, is this: what happens if you ignore these signs? What if these are not just coincidences but chances, and one day, the other you gives up, leaving you blind to the path you were meant to take? So where do these strange feelings come from? Most people stop at mystery, chalking it up to chance. But throughout history, thinkers have pushed further, wondering if the universe is stranger than it seems. Philosophers once imagined reality as a vast garden of paths, each decision you make splitting into new branches, new worlds, each holding another you. Modern physics dares to suggest something just as wild. The many worlds theory says that every choice, every random event, spins off a new reality, one where a different version of you keeps living out the path you did not take. These other yous are not ghosts or fantasies. They are as real as you, walking streets you will never see, saying words you will never say, carrying regrets or joys you can only guess at. If that is true, then the boundaries between these worlds might not be as solid as we believe. Maybe they brush up against each other, leak into one another. A flash of déjà vu, a dream that feels borrowed, a connection to someone you should not know but somehow do. These are not just feelings, they could be echoes, tiny collisions of separate lives overlapping for a moment before drifting apart again. And what if it is not random? What if sometimes another version of you tries to reach out on purpose? To warn you, to guide you, to stop you from repeating their mistakes? Maybe they have already walked into a choice that broke their life. Maybe they lost something they should have fought for. Maybe they are desperate to change your path because they cannot change their own. It is only a theory, but it changes how you see those moments, does it not? Every tug in your chest, every dream that feels like a memory, every eerie nudge of intuition might be a signal from another you, begging you to listen. And the question that should keep you awake tonight is this: what if the message is urgent, and you are about to miss it? If any of this is true, then your life is not a single straight line. It is one of many, a thread in a vast tapestry of possibilities. Another you could be laughing right now, living a life you once dreamed about. Another might be carrying pain you narrowly escaped. And every so often, one of them might reach for you, hoping you will feel the pull, hoping you will make a choice that changes everything for both of you. Think about what that means. The strange moments you ignore, the gut feelings you dismiss, might be more than your imagination. They could be tiny cracks in the walls of reality. A signal that life is bigger than you were taught to believe. And if another version of you has found a truth you are still searching for, would you not want to know? Would you not want to listen? The Stoics often said that everything in life whispers lessons to those willing to hear them. If these whispers are coming from another you, maybe the real message is not about fate or timelines at all. Maybe it is a reminder that every moment matters, that every choice creates ripples far beyond what you see. So next time a dream feels too real or a strange vu stops you in your tracks, pause, ask yourself, what if this is not random? What if it is a message from another life, another you, trying to save you from regret or guide you towards something you were meant to find? What will you do with that chance when it comes? Remember, your life may not be a single story. There could be countless versions of you hoping you choose better, live fuller, feel deeper. The ones who sense that truth, who dare to listen to the whispers between worlds, often stay curious. And they usually click subscribe. That is it for now.